Boom shakalaka, what is going on everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love, and I just can't stop today. Breaking news. The SEC has issued disapproval orders for Proshares Bitcoin ETF, Proshares Short ETF, and 5 Bitcoin ETFs proposed by Rejection. Now, this is coming as news to some of you because some of you may have only heard about the CBOE's Bitcoin ETF decision coming up in the future, but there's been a whole bunch of ETF stuff going on. I wanted to bring you this stuff as soon as possible so you know about it. Anyways, the news was released on CoinDesk's Twitter. At least that's how I found out from somebody on the chat when I was having a live stream. Seems like everything happens when I have live streams, but this is happening. You can find the article from CoinDesk's Twitter. There's a full article here. The full article is on CoinDesk. All right. SEC rejects 9 Bitcoin ETF proposals. Update: the SEC has also disapproved 2 Bitcoin ETFs from Granite Shares. Okay, at first it was just 7. Now it's 9. Now, they have disapproved Proshares ETF and also Direxion's 5 proposed ETFs, stating for Proshares, and I'll just read it for Rejection because it says the same exact thing. The exchange has not met its burden under the Exchange Act and the Commission Rules of Practice to demonstrate that its proposal is consistent with the requirements of the Exchange Act, blah, 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 blah. In particular, with the requirement that a national securities exchange rules, this is the important part, be designed to prevent fraudulent and manipulative acts and practices. We've been talking about this a lot recently. The markets get manipulated. The SEC has said no to 9 ETFs because they want to prevent fraudulent and manipulative acts and practices. What types of fraud and manipulation? Well, perhaps stuff that goes on with Tether, perhaps. Perhaps Roger Ver insider trading, perhaps. Perhaps things like BitMEX, things like that. I don't know. It's all speculation. These are all just, I'm not saying that these are what they're actually talking about, but they're just saying these particular exchanges have not been designed to prevent fraudulent and manipulative acts and practices. So that's big news. Now, is this the end? I don't know. There was speculation that after Reality Shares ETF was approved earlier in the week or last week, that these ones would be approved as well because Hester Pierce set a precedent previously when said it's none of the SEC's business whether they approve or disapprove ETFs. They just need to make sure that everything's fair. But the SEC says we think differently. We'll approve Reality Shares. We'll disprove these ones. Now, these are not the first ETFs that they have disproved. I'm not even sure if that's a word right now. Disapproved of. The Winklevoss Twins ETF was rejected. Yes, that was rejected a while back, and so be it. But coming up, this is the big one that everybody's waiting for. So all these other ones are little fish in the ponds. The CBOE is the big one, the big Bitcoin ETF. All right, and this one, there's a recent article that says CBOE's Bitcoin ETF will not be approved by SEC according to digital asset investment firm. Why? Brian Korchesna, the managing director of Digital Asset Investment Management, claims the SEC will not approve the ETF due to their concerns over manipulation in the underlying Bitcoin market. All right, if we take a look back to why they disapproved of Proshares and Direxion's, they said because the exchanges are not designed to prevent fraudulent and manipulative acts and practices. So he thinks that the Bitcoin ETF is going to be denied for the same reason that the Proshares and Direxion ones were denied. Now, with this happening, you would expect some crazy FUD happening. Okay, this didn't happen. Okay, this was before. These are the 15-minute candles. Okay, the announcement was made roughly about an hour ago, so like 6 o'clock, 6:30 on Wednesday, Eastern time, obviously. And if you look, there was a little bit. I mean, there was a pretty big candle going on there, but came back down. However, the market's kind of correcting. Now, will this last? Do most people not know about this? Like, are most people out having dinner or doing whatever they do on Wednesday nights? It's hump day. Who knows what they could be doing? So maybe when the news hits, prices will dip down. Maybe not. We'll kind of have to wait and see. But that's the big breaking news today. I wanted to make sure you guys all knew about that stuff. yes, the SEC has disproved Proshares Bitcoin ETF, Proshares Short ETF, and 5 ETFs proposed by Direxion, in addition to 2 ETFs from Granite Shares. So, not great news. What does this mean overall? Not that much. Does Bitcoin need ETFs? No. No, as we've seen previously, Bitcoin has done pretty darn well over the past 9 years without ETFs. So, does it need ETFs? No. Will ETFs help a lot of money flood into the market? Yes. So there's an upside, there's a downside. Give it time. Bitcoin will succeed. That's my belief. But those are just my beliefs, my thoughts. Anyways, just wanted to bring you that stuff. Sorry about that. Wish I had better news. I mean, there was such good news. Well, kind of good news when there was BitMEX shut down and the price of Bitcoin jumped up. That was such good news. Now today, terrible news. But that's it. Just a short one. All right. Have a good one. Later, y'all. Peace, 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 peace.